We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 7:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support here and trying to bring itself back up in the after hours. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:30 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator here at the open at the 517.40 area. That was the resistance yesterday, and we also saw a resistance up here near the 518 area in the pre-market, right? So double rejection there and weakness with this bear indicator dominating. There was a bear indicator yesterday at 516. It got canceled at the 516.40 area, and quickly a bear indicator has dominated here in today's volatility, and a full transition from the rip area to the dip area on the SPY on the 30-minute chart. Now, if we look at the QQQ, same thing. It had weakness. We also can see here Tesla continuing to hit new lows here, and we also have Apple continuing that strength back up, right? Doing the opposite. Lots of eyes on Apple as it continues to try to bounce here from 170 back to 175, a key resistance and under a bull indicator. But most stocks were falling with the SPY and QQQ, and you could see it here as well. Netflix having consolidation sideways, but a sharp drop there in the open, like the SPY and QQQ charts. So here we are with it under a bear indicator on the SPY. If we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see a bear indicator popping up for the first time since a bull indicator here at the 512 area, and a bear indicator popped up at 517.60 going into the opening bell and confirming on the 1 hour chart. And now it has bounced off of key support levels down here near the 512 area, right where that bull indicator popped up, and it went all the way down to 512 and quickly came back up towards 514, and it's fighting to stay above it here in the after hours. To justify any of this move to the upside, this bear indicator needs to get canceled with a possible bull indicator, and I will be watching that going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here a bear indicator popped up at 517.70. It has now gotten canceled. Full transition from the rip area to multiple dip areas here, and a bull indicator has popped up in the after hours at the 513.50 area. Definitely something to not ignore, and I will be watching if this staircase effect can continue into tomorrow and roll over into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with outflows crossing over into the open. Full transition there on 42 vision, and outflows dominated for most of the day. Now we do have inflows picking back up here on the 30-minute and crossing back over, and it's going to be crucial for this to continue upwards to further justify so far this move here on the 30-minute chart. And a bull indicator needs to pop up and cancel that bear indicator in the process. So I will be watching that going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, outflows dominated all day, and they're still dominating here in the after hours. And it's going to be crucial for these inflows to continue as they're trying to come back up. But outflows are still dominating at negative 4.27, and that's something I will be watching going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom in and look at this within the volatility of the 15-minute, outflows dominated all day as well, crossed over in the pre-market, and now inflows have been trying to pick up into the second half, finally crossed over, and it keeps on rejecting here in this tie range at a critical resistance of 515. And outflows are beginning again. If this continues to the downside, it could quickly start to reflect even further weakness into these charts and roll that weakness over into the larger time frame. So I will be watching that here in the after hours and going into tomorrow's volatility. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, and the first support level is if these outflows crossed over 512. And if it rolls over that weakness even further here into the 30-minute, crossing it downwards, then I'll be watching the 510 area, and below that is 508. Now to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue pushing up, switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint, continue this staircase effect, hold those bull indicators true, and roll it over into the 30-minute and 1 hour. And the first resistance is 515, then above that is 517, and then the key level here is 518. It keeps on rejecting it, and that's the 52-week high, an all-time high so far on the SPY. If that breaks, then I'll be watching the 520 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I'll be watching them very closely as they've crossed over on the 15-minute and 30-minute, but still trying to push up here on the 1 hour. This needs to continue, and we need to see key resistance levels getting tested. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.